Who is the strongest in the bantamweight division? Hozumi Hasegawa on the genuine evaluation of Japanese champions, praising Seiya Tsutsumi. In the end, boxing is about who has the strongest resolve. Hozumi Hasegawa praised Seiya Tsutsumi's resolve after he overturned the odds to become the WBA Bantamweight Champion. The bantamweight division is heating up as Japanese fighters dominate the four major boxing organizations. On October 13th and 14th, at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo, two world title matches took place during the Prime Video Boxing 10 event, where Tsutsumi, Takahashi, captured the WBA title from Takuma Inoue, Ohashi, while the WBC champion Junto Nakatani defended his title with a solid performance. Additionally, rising star Tenshin Nasukawa, Teiken, crowned the WBO Asia-Pacific title in his fifth fight, making for an exciting two-day event. Hozumi Hasegawa, a former three-weight world champion, reflected on the event. Hasegawa's thoughts on Tsutsumi's resolve. Firstly, Hasegawa focused on the surprise of Tsutsumi defeating Takuma in the WBA title match. This fight resonated strongly with Hasegawa, who previously defended the WBC Bantamweight title 10 times. Tsutsumi's intensity, volume of punches, determination and resolve, these factors surpass technical skills. Of course, Tsutsumi has skills too, but in comparison, Takuma's technical level is higher. However, Tsutsumi overcame that with his spirit and determination. His hard work exceeded his natural talent. Before the fight, predictions largely favored Takuma. Hasegawa shared this sentiment as well. Takuma is an all-rounder who can execute his boxing style against anyone. He can adapt to any opponent and impose his style. Because of that, I thought it would be difficult for Tsutsumi to win. However, Tsutsumi's victory is attributed to his hard work and the weight he's carried. Before the match, when asked about the source of his power, Tsutsumi replied that it was inferiority complex. He had lost to Takuma in the semi-finals of the inter-high school tournament during their high school years. Although Tsutsumi has always been a strong performer since his student days, it has been Takuma, born in '95, who has consistently taken the lead, along with Kosei Hatanaka, who achieved a four-weight world title. Tsutsumi's desire to catch up and surpass them fueled his motivation, serving as his driving force behind hard work. In the end, boxing is about who has the strongest resolve. Hozumi Hasegawa continued by reflecting on Seiya Tsutsumi's intense spirit, saying, "He doesn't often talk about it, but I think the situation with Anaguchi had a significant impact." In December of last year, Kazuki Anaguchi, who faced Tsutsumi in a fierce battle for the Japanese title, lost consciousness after the match and passed away in February without regaining awareness. The heavy burden that Tsutsumi carries is deeply apparent. Hasegawa, witnessing Tsutsumi's fierce fighting spirit, couldn't help but recall the tragedy that occurred in the ring. In the end, if you were to put it bluntly, those with stronger resolve win in boxing. Of course, there are times when one might lose, but it's nearly impossible to break someone who possesses tremendous resolve. Such people are difficult to push back. I have experienced this myself, 1 month after my mother passed away. I felt as if losing meant dying. I thought of the match as war for the first time. That was the first and last time I had that kind of resolve. Hasegawa's mother, Yumiko, battled cancer and passed away at the young age of 55 on October 24, 2010, after a long struggle. About a month later, on November 26th, Hasegawa stepped into the ring for the WBC featherweight title decision match, filled with sorrow. He took on Juan Carlos Burgos, Mexico, in a significant challenge, moving up 2 weight classes immediately for a world title fight, and managed to win by decision, achieving his second world title. I didn't think my mother's passing should become a good story if I lost. Winning was the only option. I naturally found my resolve. I believe that kind of feeling isn't something you can just create on purpose. I felt the same kind of resolve and intensity in Tsutsumi as I did back then. A growth opportunity for Takuma Inoue. On the other hand, Takuma had a clear path to a unification match with Junto Nakatani if he won this bout. A victory over the highly regarded WBC champion in the bantamweight division would bring him a step closer to his great brother, Naoya, whom he has always looked up to. Conquering Tsutsumi would earn him that opportunity, and Takuma was highly motivated with sufficient resolve. Perhaps Tsutsumi's difficulty and intensity exceeded Takuma's expectations. I think Takuma believed he could handle it, but he couldn't. He got caught up in Tsutsumi's persistent boxing style.